The ReLit Awards were founded in 2000 and are the preeminent literary prize in independent Canadian publishing. Subtitled Ideas, Not Money, the main title of the awards is short for Regarding Literature, Reinventing Literature, and Relighting Literature. And as we convene on the eve of the Giller Prize Gala and witness in the past week alone the dire financial troubles at Douglas and McIntyre and the rumors of a takeover of Penguin by Rupert Murdoch, we celebrate the signal achievements of the ReLits. Past ReLit winners, to mention a few, who have graced the Writers' Festival stages include Lisa Moore, Bill Gaston, A.F. Moritz, Jonathan Goldstein, Stuart Ross, and Michael Blouin. The heart and soul of the ReLits is an award-winning filmmaker, journalist, and international best-selling author whose books are published in Canada, the United States, the UK, Russia, Germany, China, Japan, Australia, and I think 85 or 90% of the United Nations member states. He has won the Rogers Writers' Trust Prize, the Thomas Rattle Atlantic Fiction Award, the Winterset Award, Italy's Libro del Mare. Please welcome Kenneth J. Harvey.
So the ReLit Awards were founded in 2000 because what I saw basically about books in the newspapers for a rising amount of time was how much a prize was worth. $10,000 prize, $20,000 book prize, etc., etc. That's what the headline was, rather than what the book was about or the ideas about behind the books. So we come up with the ReLit Awards, which are for independent presses, and we came up with a friend of mine in Newfoundland invented the ring, which has become coveted, and it is a I don't know if anybody. It was made by Christopher Kearney, who used to be a flagman in the Navy.
Christopher
Kearney. And the ring is made, it's a precision instrument actually. It's made with 4 dials, all of them struck with the entire alphabet, and they revolve, and you spell words with them, 4-letter words. Not those 4-letter words, any 4-letter. So anyway, those are the rings, and they're beautiful rings, and you have to come here and win to get them, because that's the only way you can get them. So in the novel category, for the 2012 ReLit Award, the nominees are Prick, Ashley Little, Tightrope, Easy to Like, Edward Rich, Anansi, Monoceros, Suzette Meyer, Coach House, Dirty Feet, Edom Awomi, Anansi, Break Me, Tom Reynolds, Quattro, and Flowers of Spit, Catherine Mavrikakis, Book Thug. And the winner is Monoceros, Suzette Meyer.
It's just such a thrill to have won this award. For me, this is the only one that matters, frankly. That and my parents liked my book, but I lost that one. So when I wrote this manuscript because of a 17-year-old boy in a Catholic school who committed suicide because he was bullied for being gay, and when I finished writing that manuscript, I dedicated it to him. His initials are DS, and I dedicate this to DS. Thank you. During the show, Crepe Suzette and the other men in dresses swan around a giant leopard print high heel set right in the middle of the stage. They single out men in the audience, the ugliest, dweebiest, oldest men who are sitting next to delighted, laughing wives. The drag queens crack jokes about Prince Charles, balls, princesses, balls, tiaras, balls, balls, balls. Max, the soon-to-be dead boy's principal, drinks his club soda. He tries not to pull back his sleeve to look at the glowing hands on his watch, because his mother will ask him if he isn't enjoying himself, and he'll have to stammer out, of course, I adore the dance routines. But the soon-to-be dead boy's principal can't help nudging up his sleeve just once. The time is 10:36 and 17 seconds, the soggy slice of lemon disintegrating in the bottom of his glass.
Here we go, the 2012 ReLit shortlist and winner for poetry. The Ditch Was Lit Like This, Sean Johnson, the Thistledown is the publisher. Jumping in the Asylum by Patrick Friesen, Quattro. Grunt of the Minotaur by Robin Richardson, Insomniac. Now we all know that Robin Richardson didn't win, don't we? Because we just gave away one of Anyway, that's okay. Post Apothecary, I just gave myself up there. Post Apothecary by Sandra Ridley, Peddler. Woods, Wolf, Girl, Cornelia Hoogland, that's published by Wolsack and Wynne, and Straight Razor Days by Joel Thomas Hines, which is another Peddler book. And the winner is Jumping in the Asylum by Patrick Friesen. Come on.
Thank you.
You have to put your ring on. Put your ring on.
Did you?
I just now.
Okay, well, it's an honor to win this. I don't know what the Canadian literary scene would look like without small independent publishers. I come from Manitoba, and there'd be probably almost nothing there. Like even the well-known writers that have come out of there, like Miriam Taves, for example, who came out of Turnstone Press, places like that. That all started, I think, in the early 70s. So it's really amazing that you have recognized the role of, that Kenneth has recognized the role of the small publishers. Very important. Combing the bottom of the dark river for a disappearance, a wrinkle in water, and then an absence. The raking of water, of the unseen, and hauling up the detritus of town, wheels, ropes, and rust. Dragging the river for the child lost abruptly at the river's door, and in the heat of a July afternoon. Could there be such vast want to be water, to rock in that light where it bends and turns gold? Whose hand in the water, whose handkerchief, slow grief, whose flip-flops covered with sand? Did anyone see footprints filled with child? Did someone reach and touch a warm shoulder turning?
So, the 2012 ReLit shortlist and winner for short fiction. This is the shortlist. The Odious Child by Carolyn Black, that's publisher of Nightwood. Stopping for Strangers, Daniel Griffin, that's Esplanade. Easy Living, Jesus Hardwell. Exile Editions, who used to publish me. Shag Carpet Action by Matthew Firth, and was a good friend of mine. Distillery Songs, Mike Spry, Insomniac, and Pretty by Greg Kearney at Exile, and the winner is Pretty by Greg Kearney from Exile.
So encouraging, thank you so much. This is about a woman, a faded pop star who's now in a state of constant mortification. When I first started out, I had at least 3 octaves. 3.5 if I was good and warmed up. It was a freakish, gaudy instrument, my voice, and I was shameless with it, forever lapsing into R&B vocal runs, brandishing my great legato. I opened for Rita Coolidge the first half of her 81 tour. Whenever she took the stage, she'd always praise me and worry aloud that she wouldn't be able to top me. Rita's a wonderful lady. She knows all about acupuncture and has a gorgeous collection of vintage pewter earrings. I should have taken care of my voice with my other body part. As with any other body part, I just assumed that it was always going to be there, so I smoked 3 packs a day and drank and stayed up for days at a time. Now at 54, my voice is shot. I have the range of a dial tone. I have to sing my way through most songs now, or set the key so low that the song is often unrecognizable. where once I would have held a high note with a tight vibrato, now I've been reduced to screaming, "Hey!" or "Whoa!" at the end of a tune. It's a miracle I still get gigs, not that I get that.
Okay, that's it for this year. Thank you very much, everybody.